Hello everybody and welcome back to the GRFG Family Gaming channel. Apparently, for getting this crystal key here in Hexaria, a lot of people are still having a challenging time with the Morse code part. I went over it pretty extensively in my video tutorial, but I am going to break this down and try to do my best to explain to you guys how to do this. Okay, so this right here is known as a Morse code alphabet. As you can see, there's different letters there from A to Z. We've got some punctuation in there as well. There's going to be 4 letters that are going to be shown in this game that you're going to have to go back to Bernard and tell him in order to get the fortune cookie. So see how there's next to A, for example, there is a dot and a dash. So if you see a light, do like a short flash and then a long flash, and then there's a pause, then basically that's an A right there. So, and again, like looking at the letter G over there, it's dash, dash, dot. So there's going to be a long flash, and then a short flash. So the light in the game is going to basically tell you 4 letters, okay? And it's going to have little short spaces between each letter. And then after the 4th letter, and before the first letter, because it's going to keep going through the cycle, it's going to say those 4 letters over and over and over, okay? So it's just saying 4 letters. So you wait for, see this long pause right here? Now it's going to start over, and it does a long, long, and then pause, and then long, short, long, and then a pause, and then short, short, or short, long, yeah. Okay, so this is basically saying MKWC. I'm going to take the video and slow it down a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to take this and run it at halftime between the next cycle when it goes between. So long pause right there is what you want to wait for. Okay, so this is now at halftime, so it's going to be going slower. So if you guys can record a video, so this long, long. Okay, so, and now there's a little pause. There's a short pause now, and now there's a long, short, long. And then there's a little pause in there. See the pause? And then there's short, long, long. Okay, and then there's going to be a little pause in there. And then the last letter, long, short, short is what it does. So that's MKWC. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, so what we just saw there was long, long was the first one. So if you go and you search for long, long, you will find M. So M in the bottom left corner there. And then the second letter was long, short, long, which if we look here, we go up, that was the letter K. Now the next one after that was short, long, long, which if we look at the chart here, short, long, long is the W. And then the very last one was long, short, and then we go and we see that we get a C. So it was MKWC. Okay, so let's take another look at this at kind of a slower time period. This is still slowed down at halftime. So we're like long, long. Okay, and then a short pause, and then long, short, long, and then a short pause, then short, long, long, okay, and then the pause, and then long, short, short. And then there's going to be a much longer pause, and then it's going to start all over, okay? So it does those 4 letters, there's a really long pause between the last letter and the first letter, and there's a shorter pause between each letter. So it's about kind of seeing how the lights flicker. You may have to watch it over and over. If you have a screen recorder, it doesn't hurt to record the screen, and then if you can change the timing, make it so it goes half the time, and then you can look at it a little quicker and easier. Okay, so back at normal time, we're going to go through it again. So see long pause there. Now we're going to do the first, this is M, long, long. Okay, little pause, and then long, short, long, which is the K. Short, long, which is the W, and the next one is long, short, short. C, and that's the C. Then a longer pause because it's going to start through the cycle again. So wait for the long pause and then get your first letter, okay? And then go through the cycle again. Wait for the long pause, forget the first letter, get your second letter. then wait for the pause. Just get it one letter at a time because it's going to go through the cycle several times and it's really easy to get lost. So just kind of use the really long pause where the light is dim for a long period of time as your starting point, because that's right after that is when the first letter comes out. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys. I hope I explained this a little bit better in this video and that it helps you guys get through it. Finding that alphabet thing, you can just Google Morse code alphabet and you can find so many images of that actual alphabet to figure out how to translate these codes into the different letters. And as you noticed, some of the letters in the Morse code have just one little, one dash. Some of them have like 4 dots and dashes. So it's not like a certain number of things. You just have to make sure you are cueing each letter and knowing that there's a short pause between each one.